B and C, but one scorecard enough to secure her a championship medal here at Baku 2015. Shurik is through to the final four. The 75-kilogram middleweight quarter-final between boxers from the Netherlands and Ukraine. And the boxer wearing blue, who has begun finding her range immediately with a good right cross, is Nuchka Fontin, the number 3 ranked boxer in the world, the reigning European Championship gold medalist. 5 feet 11 inches tall, enjoys a height advantage of a couple of inches over her opponent from Ukraine, Katerina Kuželj. It's a bright start that's been made to this opening round by the boxer from the Netherlands. She's part of a too-strong Netherlands boxing squad, is Fontin. Made up of her and male counterpart Peter Mullenberg. Second bout of the tournament for both of these boxers. Fontin opened her account with a unanimous victory over Great Britain's Savannah Marshall. Third contest in their rivalry. It was tied up at 1 apiece going into this bout here in Baku between her and Marshall. It was Fontin who came out on top, working well behind the jab. Chambir progressed to this stage courtesy of a split decision victory over Francesco Amato of Italy. So second contest for both of these athletes. Right cross success once again. Good right cross in response from Chambir. Fontin using her length terrifically well. Trying to work her way to the body at close range is Chambir. Clipped by another right hand as she retreats. Good round of boxing, that one. Fontaine found her stride immediately. Fontaine, who has taken the opening round for all three of the scoring judges in this middleweight bout. So into the second round, and immediately Fontaine onto the front foot and poking out that telescopic jab. Trying to get inside and work away at mid and short range is Chambir. And Fontaine, despite possessing advantages in height and length, willing to engage her seemingly in a tear-up. Furious start to the second round. Fontaine on the front foot, trying to establish those long straight punches again. Backing up Chambir with a jab. There was a good counter left hand by the boxer from Ukraine. Counter left in response from Fontaine. Jab presenting a very difficult obstacle for Chambir to get around, although somewhat counterintuitively, as there's an untidy tangle and a little bit of afters after that trip to the canvas by Chambir. As I was saying, somewhat counterintuitively, when Chambir punches with Fontaine, she landed a good overhand right, and there's a left on the inside. When she punches with the taller boxer, she's having success. So Fontaine perhaps not wanting to lean in. There's a good right cross. But the timing of Chambir has been very good to punch with the taller boxer and land at the same time to make it a trade-off rather than being picked off. This is a good flurry being put together by Fontaine. Chambir reduced to swinging and missing with that rather crude-looking overhand right. Being delivered from the shoulder there and not as compactly as it was earlier on in the round. So the bell sounds to end the second. And after a relatively bright start where there were plenty of exchanges, as the round progressed, Fontaine able to punch without land punches, without reply. So another round in the bag for Nuchka Fontaine. 2 rounds completed. Both of them have gone in her favor. So into the second half of this 75-kilogram middleweight quarterfinal. Beautiful flailing combination from Fontaine. Snaps the head of Chambir. She's conceded the opening 2 rounds. And again, she's just falling short. And look at that for a piston straight jab from the Dutch boxer. Chambir really struggling to get inside and find her own punching range. Perhaps she's going to have to employ more head movement. Or perhaps reconcile the fact that she's going to have to eat a few, but keep her forward march going, rather than being stopped in her tracks by it as is the case here. This type of range, Fontaine, a really difficult prospect in the face of Chambir. launching, leaping left hook wasn't too far away. But again, it's Fonteyn. You're left with the impression that it's her who's dictating the terms on which this bout is being fought. Good right hand from Chambir. But again, her success much less. Oh, now shoved to the canvas, and she received that left hand to the head guard while she was on her knees. Did Chambir. The punch was already, oh, that's a cracking right cross. Just becoming a little bit untidy now. It's another right-left combination crashes home from Fonteyn. Really warming up in her work now. Chambir being put under pressure because she's having precious little success during the course of this third round, and he's been put on the end of some really accurate, crisp punching. Brilliant round of boxing produced by Nuchka Fonteyn. It's a little bit of a disconsolate walk back to the red corner for Katerina Chambir. Example of the punching that Fonteyn was able to land. Beautiful long check left hand. Landed that punch more than once during the course of that that round, and the right hand wasn't bad either. Unsurprisingly, all three judges scoring round number 3 in favor of the world number 3, Nuchka Fonteyn. So into the fourth and final round of this 75-kilogram middleweight quarter-final. The boxer wearing red has conceded all 3 of the rounds for all 3 of the scoring judges. Oh my goodness, left-right combination was a beauty from Fonteyn. She really increased the intensity during round number 3, and Chambir really didn't have much answer. Beaten in every conceivable department during the course of that third round. And Fonteyn has begun round number 4 in similar vein. Chambir, the reigning national champion at 75 kilograms. One of her 5 national titles that she's taken between 75 and the heaviest weight category of plus 81 kilos. Got herself a World Championship silver medal in the heavier weight class back in Barbados 2010, so she most certainly knows her way around the boxing ring. She's being outclassed here. Round number 3 was a dominant one in favor of Fonteyn. And the start to round number 4 in the opening 30 seconds or so was pretty impressive as well. World Championship bronze medal for Fonteyn last year to go along with the European Championship gold, adding to the silver that she won in the European Continental Tournament in 2011. And it's a good body shot from Chambir, but again her footwork is ragged and she's driven backwards by a right-left combination. Fonteyn really enjoying her work here, hands down by her sides, controlling the distance as she likes. And Chambir, you can almost see the cogs whirring as she's thinking, trying to think her way in, but there's not been enough activity and there hasn't been enough successful point scoring. She's been picked off by just about every punch in the book. And as the bell sounds, Katerina Chambir has been subjected to a boxing lesson here in Baku. I think the body language tells the story. Positively strutting back to her corner with a real swagger in her step is the world number 3, Nuchka Fonteyn. And that forlorn expression tells you how the contest went from Katerina Chambir's point of view. Terrific performance by Fonteyn. I think she's romped her way through to the semi-final stage and a guaranteed medal here in Baku. We're awaiting official confirmation, of course, but all smiles from the Dutch boxer in anticipation of victory after a brilliant display of boxing. So Nuchka Fontaine, the world rank number 3, is through to the medal stages in the women's middleweight division. And she has done it with a masterful display of boxing, using her attributes of height and length to completely nullify the work of the Ukrainian national champion Katerina Shambir. She romps through to the final 4, and there's confirmation of who she will face in that bronze medal bout.